Have you seen a picture of her recently?
No.
Aging,
I bet she holds up well. She's got
like a wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked like she
real
would.
solid.
Yeah, that's a
Good
sexy.
for
Maybe
her.
they just wanted to make an example out of her.
You seen Jessica Alba? Jessica Alba is
no.
like 40 something now and still looks kind of the same.
I saw that one coming. I knew she'd age well.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston as well. Not as much, but she's also like 60. Okay.
Is she 60?
Jennifer Aniston's a beautiful woman, but she was never anybody I like lusted over or thought was like overly hot. Like she's the hottest chick on Friends. That's fine. She's a beautiful woman.
Was she though? That dark-haired bitch. What's her name?
Courtney Cox. Really? What order do you? If you're not, is this a recent one, Zach? This is her like recently. She's looking tremendous.
I guess I'd give her that.
2026.
I've always been a Jessica Alba hater though, since she didn't get topless in Sin City when the role required it. She plays a stripper, and she's like wearing a fucking top. But I've been a fan of hers since Dark Angel back in the day. She had this TV show called Dark Angel. Very good. That's when she was like 7/8 human, 1/8 cat. And so she had like all these like cat-like abilities where she, acrobatics and strength and stuff. But she would also go into heat like every season and become a complete whore. And it was a real problem. It was a good show.
I'm thinking about actresses that deliver on the nudity. Sydney Sweeney, right? That's kind of her core competency. She is not afraid to take the clothes off. After that,
Queen.
Who else? Hunger Games chick, Jennifer Lawrence. She gets full bush.
I'm a big fan of Margaret Qualley. I think it's pronounced Qualley. Do you know Margaret Qualley?
Well, I don't even know. I've never heard this name, Margaret Qualley.
Yeah. Okay. So she was. Do you remember Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the jailbait girl who gets in the car with Brad Pitt? And she's like, "You want me to suck your cock?"
Oh yeah.
That's her. She's a bit of a nepo baby, but she was in The Substance with Demi Moore.
I was about to say that's a great one. Demi Moore is still getting naked in her 50s.
Demi Moore still looks good naked in her 50s. They put some fake tits on Qualley for that movie. She has much smaller boobs, but she's done a lot of nudity. Like I've seen Bush and like her tits and ass and all that stuff. So she's pretty high on my list of like modern, like current actresses. That
probably older and not that frequent. Halle Berry surprisingly would get very nerdy in some of her movies.
Oh, dude.
Not just Swordfish and Monsters Ball.
She's awesome. I've never seen Monsters Ball, but Swordfish. I've
seen about 30 seconds of Monsters Ball, and it's when Billy Bob Thornton's balls are adhering to Halle Berry's ass while she rides.
They're going at it in that movie.
They actually fuck. That's one of those where
they did. They fucked for real.
Yeah, dude, Billy Bob rules.
That's famous. Man. Extra Mile is what they call that when the actress has actual sex in a mainstream movie.
Great subreddit.
And Monster. I thought it's Monsters Ball. It's
I don't
towards
know.
the top of the list on that one where there's genuine sex happening.
I always thought that if you had actual sex, like they had to exclude, like they couldn't put that in the film.
Why not?
Is that
so? What the things that'll get you like an NC-17 or X rating are things like erect penises and visual penetration. So like you don't see penetration. It's there's a moment where the camera swings around, and again, it's not like it's going before a board of people who view it and then make an opinion on it, and then they go back and if it's like sometimes with gory horror, especially, there's a back and forth negotiation that can be ridiculously pedantic, where they just go line by like, hey, maybe like instead of 7 seconds of brains on the floor, there's only 3 seconds of the brains, and like you can have one more fuck if you remove her titty being forcibly exposed there at like 56 minutes in.
Yeah,
like.
It's literally like the South Park 6 minutes or 6 days to air.
Yes.
Where you see that woman trying to communicate the episode where she's like, well, we're going to see the human centipede. There will be no fecal matter visible, but they will be talking into each other's ass. And they're like, well, we can't do this and that. And she's like, all right, well, I need to give this report back to the boys, which has to be the funniest job ever.
I think maybe when they rate it, they watch it. But then the internet detectives like zoom in, fix the lighting, and you see like the scrotum bang against the clit, and they're like, "Bro, this is dynamite." But it got past the censors. I mean, that happened in. We were talking about other movies, like some of the like 4K upscales of like Terminator and stuff. You can see way more Arnold cock than was originally intended.
Oh yeah,
and
Robert Patrick cock too, and
Is it his penis or is it
oh yeah,
he hangs
dong.
Put on him?
He hangs dong in Terminator 1 and 2.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know how like the Terrifier films. I know they're literally unrated and they have like a unique distribution.
They can do whatever they want.
They are wild.
Unrated means unrated. You can do whatever you want.
But nobody can. Can you put that in theaters?
As unrated.
Made $100 million as unrated in theaters.
Wow.
Those are too gory for me. Like I really like horror. I've been on a horror binge this whole month. I've watched at least 2 horror movies a day. That's not for me. Terrifier's not for me.
Terrifier, I'm not a fan of. I've been on a horror book binge recently. Ooh. I've been reading tons of Richard Matheson, Clive Barker.
Very good.
Today, I just got a bunch of books from Algernon Blackwood, who is a horror author who was like late 19th century to mid 20th century. I'm excited to read some of his shit because he's one of those guys that you look at a Stephen King, a Matheson, a Barker, and they all talk about him as like, this was one of my guys, like one of my influences. I've got one on my bedside table. I'm going to read it. I'm excited.
Good reading ahead of you.
Magica?
For horror books, yes. Did There Is No Anti-Memetics Division show up on your radar?
Anti-Memetics Division. No, is that the
super short? It's part of the SCP wiki universe, whatever. They commissioned a book, and it's There Is No Anti-Memetics Division, and they define an anti-meme as like a entity or a being that destroys thoughts, or like a thought. If you have this thought, you will die, or if you have this thought, it will delete other thoughts. And the Anti-Memetics Division deleted themselves from the register, so they don't officially exist, so nobody can check on them, because if you check on their work, it'll destroy other people's brains.
And who's the author?
Book. I don't know the author. I know the title. There Is No Anti-Memetics Division, because they study anti-memes, which is like info hazards primarily.
That's cool. I mean,
I like the SCP stuff.
The genre of book I love.
What'd you say?
Horror.
The SCP Foundation stuff. I like that stuff.
I misheard you.
I know. That's why I said it slowly.
I thought maybe other people misheard you. I wanted to get that cleared up.
Yeah, the SCP Foundation. Secure, contain, protect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what that means. I always thought SCP was like it's more like internet kind of amateur authors writing stuff into that. Okay.
It is, but it's gotten so popular. It's got short films and its own media, and they're getting books and trying to get money for like a proper movie. And it's kind of like the Backrooms is getting a movie.
Yep.
God, Skinamarink was just a longer version of that YouTube movie.
That is, the Backrooms thing is such like a cool concept. I hope they don't botch it. That's neat. And it's all from, it is literally all from a 4chan post. It all comes from a random 4chan post of one guy posting like, hey, be careful. Every once in a while, you'll see this liminal space. Be wary. Don't let yourself drop into the backrooms. And then he posted like one picture. And from that came this whole genre.